his way to achieving his degree in economics from the University of Alaska, Anchorage, CIRI descendant Eric Francisco has learned a lot. One of the most important lessons is knowing the value of a good education.
It's a game changer in people's lives, and it just, few things in someone's life can really affect them like an education. And so it's just a huge deal.
Francisco is one of thousands of CIRI shareholders and descendants to receive a scholarship from the CIRI Foundation. Created by CIRI in 1982, the CIRI Foundation is changing lives, one scholarship at a time.
People are doing the hard work themselves, but we are able to assist them in fulfilling their dream.
Since its creation, the CIRI Foundation has awarded more than $24 million spread out over more than 13,000 scholarships, and an additional $2.5 million awarded as grants for Native artists and cultural preservation.
I can't say enough good things about the CIRI Foundation. They've supported me through all 4 years of school, scholarships. I did the math, and it added up to about $23,000 over 4 years.
At his graduation ceremony, Eric Francisco brimmed with enthusiasm and confidence. Solid job prospects await, and he leaves school debt-free thanks to the CIRI Foundation.
I'll be extremely happy that it's over. I'll be, probably a lot of emotions. It's going to be a huge life change, but, I was able to get it done and put in the work, and it's probably going to pay off dividends.
Education, again, is something that cannot be taken away from you. And frankly, I think that education is really the best dividend that can be paid. And so the long-term thinking of CIRI in 1982 when they thought of this really was remarkable. And I thank them for that.
Celebrating its 30-year anniversary in 2014, Cook Inlet Tribal Council offers more than 50 programs to help Alaska Native and American Indian people. The goal is simple: help each one reach their full potential through education, employment, family preservation, and substance abuse counseling.
I feel honored every day I come here to work. I love this Claire Swan's quote. She says, "We're in the business of growing people." And when you're in the business of growing people, things are going to be messy. It's not like a transaction in a box, right? And so every day we have countless stories of triumphs. We have stories of challenge.
For many Alaska Native youth, their story of triumph begins at the Native Youth Olympics. The Games draw more than 500 athletes from across Alaska to test their strength, skill, and agility. Managed by Cook Inlet Tribal Council, the Games not only cultivate athletic ability and improve overall health, they inspire leadership and self-confidence.
I've learned how to deal with conflict, and I've learned leadership, sportsmanship, how to deal with life problems and cope with them. And
18-year-old CIRI descendant Autumn Ridley began competing in first grade. Now, in her last NYO, her sights are set on a new record in her specialty, the Alaska high kick.
My family is all there. I really wanted them to jump up and down and be happy for my last year, and I didn't want to go home with any regrets.
For Autumn, after several rounds, the competition had evaporated, and it's just her and the 83-inch world record.
It was like a really long journey. I felt like it felt like 5 days instead of, just like 2 hours. And I just took it height by height, and I knew I was going to kick it. I just knew. I just kept telling myself, dream big, Autumn, dream big.
Autumn's dreams are coming true because of NYO. It's just one of the contributions of Cook Inlet Tribal Council. Meanwhile, CITC has big dreams of its own. CITC created the nation's first Indigenous-owned video gaming company, Upper One Games, and its first game, called Never Alone, is about to hit the market. The game is educational, based on Inupiat stories handed down through the generations. But the primary motivation is money, to sell the game with the proceeds supporting CITC programs.
We know that what CITC needs and what our mission needs is, we know we need resources to continue to develop opportunities for our people. I mean, the reason why we're here is to help our community advance.
Thousands come through the doors at CITC, and they leave more confident, more courageous, and more committed to their community. No other organization demonstrates the success of self-determination better than Southcentral Foundation. When it began delivering healthcare services under CIRI's tribal authority in 1987, it had a staff of 24 and a budget of $3 million. Today, on a sprawling medical campus, Southcentral Foundation employs 1,600 with a budget of $270 million, expanding its reach to serve 60,000 Alaska Natives and American Indian people throughout Southcentral Alaska.
Now we are responsible, the people are responsible for our own health care, because that's what self-determination is all about.
At Southcentral Foundation, you're not a patient, you're a customer owner. Those who visit the Anchorage Native Primary Care Center own it, and they own the Alaska Native Medical Center, which Southcentral Foundation co-manages. And with ownership comes responsibility.
So we're really concerned with wellness, and we're concerned with the whole person, with their emotional and their spiritual and their physical health.
Dr. Tamara Pickett is a primary care physician. She's also a CIRI shareholder and a customer owner herself.
Back in 2002, I was diagnosed with chronic myelogenous leukemia, and I was 10 weeks pregnant when I was diagnosed.
The care she received helped Dr. Pickett deliver a healthy baby boy and prepare for her bone marrow transplant that would ultimately save her life.
I think we're very, very lucky. We've got this same-day service, and we've got relationships with providers. And so I think people get to really know you here.
While improving care and adding same-day appointments, Southcentral Foundation has also cut costs at a time healthcare costs skyrocket. The value of ownership.
Well, for me, it's little kids like my grandson, who's 11 years old. He knows he owns a piece of this rock. It's my daughter, youngest daughter, standing up in a college classroom saying, "Haven't you seen what we've done in healthcare change?" It's the ownership that happens with what we've done. It isn't about SCF anymore. It's about all of us together.
On Anchorage's northeast side, the Mountain View neighborhood has not always enjoyed the best reputation, but that is changing with new, attractive housing, new businesses showing up, and new schools being built. And if one organization deserves the credit, it's Cook Inlet Housing Authority. Carol Gore was born in Mountain View. She now leads the organization that has invested millions in Mountain View, building more than 50 new homes.
We don't want to own the neighborhood. We want it to own itself.
Cook Inlet Housing Authority was created by the state of Alaska in 1974, and through CIRI's tribal status, gains access to federal Indian housing funding, with a mission to create affordable housing opportunities that empower people and build communities. The authority is active across the region, with more than 1,000 rental units, and more going up in Eagle River, the site of its largest project yet.
Oh my gosh, the house is wonderful.
6 years ago, CIRI shareholder Chet King bought one of Cook Inlet's new homes in Mountain View.
There's a lot of pride. I mean, it's a beautiful home, and it is well built. Like it's like 6 years now, and I can hardly tell that, you know, it's showing 6 years of wear. I mean,
it's that pride of ownership that Carol Gore believes can change neighborhoods, and the statistics are proving her right. In Mountain View, theft is down more than 40%, overall crime down 30%, Reading, writing, and math scores up 20% at the middle school. Income is up 7%, and the population has grown by 1,000.
It's now becoming a neighborhood of choice. It's becoming a neighborhood of economic growth. It's becoming a neighborhood where families are investing in their children because they're stabilized.
CIRI helped establish Quantic Broadcast Corporation, which launched KNBA Public Radio in 1996.
You're looking at new music from Brett Dennen, an artist.
The first native radio station located in an urban market.
KNBA Radio, a unique station that's been on air for 17 years thanks to you guys, thanks to the listeners.
It offers a mix of music and news programming with special attention given to Alaska Native issues and largely supported by listeners.
We're so happy to bring you KNBA every day, all the programming that you enjoy. We're asking you to call in right now and become a member of KNBA.
Quantic also produces the nationally syndicated Native America Calling and National Native News, bringing the Native voice to Alaska and the nation. The CIRI family of nonprofits also includes the Alaska Native Justice Center. The center seeks to address the disproportionate rates of victimization and incarceration among Alaska Native people. The center works to ensure they know their legal rights and offers advocacy programs to resolve divorce, child custody, and other legal matters. On 26 acres of land donated by CIRI, the Alaska Native Heritage Center opened in Anchorage in 1999. Today, it's a gathering place for Alaska Natives and visitors to learn about and appreciate the rich cultures of Alaska Native people. Teaching language, art, and dance, the Heritage Center's mission is not only to showcase the history and traditions, but pass them on. 7 in all, nonprofit organizations offering services that profoundly improve the lives of CIRI shareholders and Alaska Native people. The result of visionary leaders who knew the for-profit corporations alone could not meet all of the needs, and founded on the strong conviction we have what it takes to do it: self-reliance.
And I think it stayed with us. The formation of the nonprofits are still run by people who think that way and want to make sure we do it ourselves for ourselves and not rely on someone else to get it done.
And defining our destiny: stronger, healthier, smarter shareholders, a legacy that will last.